Hey guys, welcome back, and I know it's been a little while since I did my last video, but this video I've been planning on doing for probably quite a few weeks, if not like at least like a month or so, on the rarest DVDs I have in my collection, like out of print, hard to find, movies collection, and this particular series I'm going to do is definitely going to be in parts. I have a crap load of them right here, but there's going to be definitely more parts of this because I like collecting, old out of print type stuff because, a lot of these are worth a lot of money. So, like all of them put together, like they're probably like all these movies are probably like around like probably like. Maybe like a little over $100, $200 by now. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to tell. But and these movies are not in like specific order or anything. Like this is just I'm just showing you in random order, just randomly. There are like a lot of videos where people do it, by like certain titles, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it randomly. Um, and some of these are actually too bad that they're actually out of print because they're really good movies. And some of these, some of you might have heard of, some of you might not have even heard of it at all. But this one I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. That's Eddie Murphy's Delirious. This is the first stand-up movie made for TV, not national TV because it's too dirty, but cable TV back in the day, '83. And yeah, this is a really good one. Eddie Murphy performed in Washington D.C. and it's just hilarious as ever. Very funny jokes and everything. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend you guys definitely check it out. It's worth a lot right now, unfortunately, but I got it used in like new condition, and I mean like it does have some scratches, but like it works brand new, like no one's even watched it before. And the transfer's not really that great. Like it looks like it was taken from VHS tape, but it's alright. The picture quality and everything, but it'd be cool like if they released this one and his other movie, the Stand Up Raw on Blu-ray. I'd definitely like to see that, and I'll definitely pick those up if they come out to Blu-ray. Which they haven't, unfortunately, but they probably will in the future because they're starting to release old movies on Blu-ray these days. So hopefully, this one and Raw are going to be on Blu-ray. But I mean, I don't know if they ever will, but I sure as hell hope so. But yeah, definitely check this out. And next up is a horror comedy, Fright Night Part 2. This isn't the actual like original version of it. The original version's actually a Canadian edition for it. I got this version off eBay one day. I got it for dirt cheap, and it's the widescreen edition, and it has totally different back art compared to the original DVD release version. The original DVD release version's out of print. It has completely different disc art too. But this is the only version I could find, and I was lucky enough to get this one. Yeah, like it seems like that someone just took the movie and just put it on just like made their own disc out of it, but it's like a fake bootleg copy. I think that's what you could say, but it's good. There isn't any special features, but it's like it says on the back. It's put out by Sony and Movie Night and Technicolor, and it's all region. So if you're wondering, then anybody can buy this, and you can play it pretty much anywhere. But yeah, like a lot of people hate this one, but I think it's a very good sequel, very underrated. Not as good as the first one, but still very fun to watch in some ways. But it's still very worth checking out, especially if you like the first one. And This is a triple feature of movies. Ernest Collection, Ernest in the Army, Ernest Goes to Africa, Ernest Goes to School. Which Ernest Goes to School is the only one out of this set that's not been given a DVD release by itself. It's only released in box sets. This one and another one that I don't have. But yeah, I remember seeing this at Walmart. I got this for $3.74, I believe, and then I go online years later to look it up to see how much it is now. It's worth a lot of money now. So I'm just very happy that I got the chance. Sorry, that was my phone going off. I was just really happy that I was able to pick this one up when I did, because if I didn't, then I probably would have regretted it if I hadn't had this. So, yeah. But if you find this for a good price online, I recommend you pick it up right away, because it's worth quite a bit. But yeah, Ernest. Also forgot to mention, it's one of my all-time favorite movie franchises. Ernest is just hilarious as ever. I love Ernest, and the shame that he was taken away from us too soon in the early 2000s. But yeah, very fun family movies. Definitely check them out. And let's see, this is like a crime drama. This is South Central. It came out in the early 90s, 1992, and it's also based off the book Crips by Donald Bakers, I think that's how you say his name. Baker, I think that's how you say it. It's spelled Bkeer, so I think it's Baker or Baker. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Baker. Or Baker, I don't know. But anyway, this one's out of print too and very hard to find. And this one's not released on Blu-ray either. But hopefully it will one day. And it's one of these snapper cases. I got this used at FYE at the mall. It got a pretty good deal on it too. And it's very nice, put out by Warner Brothers and everything. And but yeah, it's a good one. It's very similar to Boys in the Hood, only it's a lot different than Boys in the Hood, but it's very similar. But I recommend this one a lot. And then this is a comedy, A Little Monsters. Almost everyone's seen this one, I'm sure, by now. Howie Mandel, Fred Savage, Ben Savage, and Daniel Stern. And, just a very great movie. Not that much on special features, all it is a trailer for the movie, that's it. This has been out of print for years, and this one hasn't been released on Blu-ray either, which is very disappointing, but hopefully one day it'll be released on Blu-ray. But yeah, a lot of people hate this one. I've always loved this since I was a kid. I remember renting it on VHS years ago when I was a kid, and loving it, and then my grandparents bought it for me at Hannaford years ago when it was in print still. And then I was going through a phase where I would put movies in cases, like without the DVD cases, like little pockets, like the plastic things. I hated doing that, and plus I was going through a phase because I'm autistic. I went through a phase when I was younger where I wouldn't sit down and watch the actual movie all the way through. I would go pause, rewind forward it, fast forward it, and all that stuff. But yeah, I messed up the old one, but I found this on eBay a couple years ago. It was a little expensive. I had to pay a little bit for it, but it was well worth it because I love this movie. This movie's 31 years old this year, so yeah, and I still think it holds up today. Very funny, very good one. Definitely check it out. And then next up is Monster Night. A lot of people might not have heard of this one, but it's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's just a classic early 2000s sort of movie, and it's sort of a forgotten one, but a lot of you might not be even familiar with this, but I recommend giving this a look at if you want to. It's definitely worth your time. It's very funny. And then, let's see, what else do I got? This is like a war-type movie. Eastern Condors, directed and starring Sammo Hung. and stars Yun Biao and um, Yun Wu Ping. Very good movie. This is from the 80s, 1987, and yeah, it's a great film. Basically, it's about these like group of hardened criminals like who are in prison, and they are given a choice to get out of prison by going on basically a suicide mission, pretty much. And yeah, it's really good. Sammo Hung directed it, and he stars in it, and great fight choreography and great action set pieces and fight scenes. This is available on Blu-ray too, but the Blu-ray is also very rare, which is too bad. But yeah, I found this on eBay last year, and it's a very good one. And if you like Sammo Hung, Jackie Chan, Yun Biao, then you definitely need to check that out. Yeah, let's see. Next up is Jackie Chan's Drunken Master, the original Drunken Master from 1978. Just a really great movie right here. And this is the edition put up by Columbia TriStar Pictures, and yeah, it's a great film. And this is like before, Jackie Chan, like before he like blew up and everything. And it's just an amazing movie. It's very funny. I know it's very cheesy if you watch it these days, but to me it's still a hell of a fun time. And it's one of those movies that you always remember from your childhood. I remember watching this. I must have seen this hundreds of times. But yeah, I've had to rebuy this one a couple times because over time they messed up. Well, the first one I got messed up, and the second one I just got used, and I didn't like how I got a used movie. I was going through that sort of phase too, where I would like rebuy a whole bunch of used stuff, but like I would buy a brand new. But this is hard to find now, and this is available on Blu-ray, but it's actually only like an import. I think it's someone that just made it homemade to Blu-ray or something. It's not officially released on Blu-ray here in the States, but hopefully one day that will change, but we will see. But yeah, this is a very good one, directed by Yun Wu Ping, who did the choreography for the Matrix series and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just an amazing movie. Definitely check it out. And let's see. Next up is a drama romance with Heath Ledger and Abby Cornish and Jeffrey Rush. That's Candy. I recently got this pretty recently. Yeah, it's a very good movie about a couple who are in love and they're also drug addicts and stuff like that. And it's very, very well done. It's a pretty sad movie, but it's very well done. A lot of you might not be able to find this. This is very rare, but I got it for pretty cheap used. So, and it's not in bad condition. Like the disc is in pretty good condition, but yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a shame that Heath Ledger passed away too soon. And next up is a horror film. This is a foreign film. This is a French film called Martyrs. This is a very strange movie. And yeah, it's just a very like disturbing movie. Lots of graphic imagery and a lot of kill scenes that are just like just like just like a lot of crazy stuff happens in this, and like it just makes you say yourself, what the hell am I watching? And but yeah, it's good. It's oh, I didn't know it was put out by the Weinstein Company. Go figure. But yeah, I was actually surprised that the Weinstein Company actually put this out. By the way, he's in jail right now, which good place for him if you ask me. But it's a pretty good one. Just really crazy, like a lot of child abuse sort of stuff. It's just one of those movies like you feel weird watching. Like this is one of the ones I feel weird watching, but like in some ways, like I'm like, yeah, it's just a movie, but like overall, like the plot line and and the stuff that happens in it, like it makes me, like it's just a very disturbing, disgusting movie, but it's a good time, I'd say. It's definitely not to watch with your kids or your mom or your dad or anything like that. But this is another hard one to find, as far as I know. And there's also an American remake, which I did see. The American remake's actually really good, but I prefer this version over the American remake, to tell you the truth. And next up, we have Vampire Effect, which is AKA the Twins Effect over in Hong Kong. Here in America, it's called Vampire Effect. And yeah, this is a very good movie. It's with the twins, um, Charlene Choi and Jillian Chun. I think that's how you say her name. Um, are in this, like, they're known as the twins, and they star in a whole bunch of movies all together. They're sisters in real life and everything like that. And there's also Anthony Wong and Josie Ho and Maggie Lau, and Jackie Chan also has a little part in it too, which is pretty cool. And one of the executive producers is Bey Logan, who's very, very famous over in Hong Kong. Just a talented person. And directed by Dante Lam and co-directed by Donnie Yen. And it's just an amazing movie about vampires and stuff like that. It's very cool. I remember seeing this when I was a kid and just loving it. I've seen this movie quite a few times. Like, I've seen this one about three times, I want to say. And yeah, it's good. It's pretty rare to find, so you might have to do like a little Google search. But it's put out by Columbia TriStar Pictures, and they did a pretty good job. They only shortened down the movie when it's the American versions. Like, they constantly do that. I have no idea why. But it's still pretty good. The original Hong Kong version is longer, and this is like not even an hour and a half, but it's still good. And yeah, the dubbing in English is pretty horrible, but it's a pretty good watch though. And then next up we have Jackie Chan's Gorgeous. This one's directed by Vincent Koch. I think that's how you say his name. And yeah, this is a very good movie, produced by Jackie himself, and put out by Golden Harvest, and this was put out by Columbia TriStar Pictures, and this is a very rare one, and it's just a pretty good movie about like a guy who's like a millionaire, and a girl falls in love with him after her relationship with her current boyfriend doesn't work out because he admits that he's gay and everything. It's pretty funny, but yeah, lots of great action set pieces and fight scenes, and very good. And a lot of people might not know about this one, but it's really good. Recommend checking it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for part 1, and I'll see you guys in the next video for part number 2, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time.